What's up guys, and welcome back for another EVE Online video. We're still going with the Doctor Who crossover event, the Interstellar Convergence, um, and today we're going to do the mysterious warp matrix filament. So the highest level of the exploration, the relic sites, exploration filaments. So here I am in my buzzard with the skin that we got from the the daily login campaign. I like the way it looks. But anyway, so by this stage in the event, I'm pretty sure most of you will have already seen at least a video of or flown yourself a mysterious warp filament. But as I started uploading all the videos, I want to continue, mostly just for completeness and to have a full catalogue of everything on my channel. So if you've already seen it, then you probably know what's going on. But for those of you that haven't, basically, as I say, this is the hardest of the scanning sites, so the hacking sites, sorry, and it is really quite difficult. If you're a newer player or if you have relatively low skills and things, you might find it a challenge. I've heard plenty of stories so far of people either just running out of time and having to leave some cans unhacked, which is absolutely fine to do, much better than dying. And so you keep an eye on the timer and get out, because I've also heard stories of people forgetting about the timer, get so engrossed in the hacking, and then boom, they blow up because they're still hacking when the 30 minutes expires. There are some things you can do to help that along. You can see I've been running a fair few sites, but this is you get boosters as part of the daily logins, but also as part of the loot from the sites. And if you want to speed yourself up when you're in there, you can use these like relic coherence boosters, because they increase the strength of your relic hacker. So if you're struggling to get through it quickly enough, pop one of these, and you'll be able to hack through. The strongest adds 15, which is huge. Like that's a really big boost. I think the weakest of them adds maybe 5. Let's have a quick look. 5, and so that's still not to be sniffed at. So that's the relic coherence. There's also relic strength. Virus coherence. Oh, so coherence is the health, I believe, of your virus. So how much damage it can take, obviously, and then strength is the damage it deals to the firewalls. And so you can pop all of these things and it'll help you hack A, faster because you've got the strength, and B, less likely to fail hacks because of the increased health of your thing. And there's also relic range. So if you've got trouble with your speed when you're in a site, you can pop one of these and suddenly you've got 300% bonus. So my hacking range is 6 kilometers. 6,000 meters, so if I took one of these it would be, I guess, 18 kilometers, or more, because it depends how they define the boost, because a 100% boost would be double, right? So that would already be 12, so 200% would be 18, and 300% would be 24 kilometers, if that's how they're doing it. So maybe 24 kilometers, so you barely have to move. Like these sites are big. Sometimes you've got to fly 100 to 150 kilometers to get between cans, and that can take a long time, so this can help with that. And a few others. So again, if you're struggling to get around, there's the agility one as well here. Agility booster will decrease the amount of time it takes for you to turn around and things like that. And there's also the bonuses in the site. So you can warp into, you can fly into the red. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called right now, but I'll point them out again when we're in the site, just to mention that you can use them to boost your speed and the cycle time of your modules and things. What's been quite fun to see, so this is my event. I've got this hangar specially called event, so you can see I've been running quite a lot of this stuff. Fair few blueprints, This is the strange matter that I've got lying around that I haven't been able to use to build yet. Because what's been really annoying was until yesterday I'd not been able to find any Y97 strange matter component Y97, which is needed to build either the mysterious or the hazardous filaments, and above. You can't build them without Y97. And for the whole event so far, and I've done a lot, like you can see I've been running a lot. I've got 472 X31 just lying here that I can't use. I hadn't found any, and then I found 20 in one can yesterday, so I've been able to build a couple mysterious and a hazardous, and keep 5 in reserve. But yeah, that's been so frustrating, and hopefully now that I've got some mysterious and hazardouses, I'll get beyond that issue, and hopefully we'll get some today. But yeah, as I say, it's been interesting to see the estimated prices have come in because items have been on the market long enough. Now, this isn't like, it's difficult to say, but this isn't like real price, right? Like, this is actually a pretty good estimate of what you could get right now. But but if I hold on to all of this stuff, and at the end of the event go to market, then it's worthless. No one will buy it. So you either have to take it to market now and reap some profit, because some of these things are worth quite a lot. So which one? Yeah, I mean, like Y79 is 300,000 per unit. If you go higher, that's 500,000 per unit, 800,000 per unit. So if you sell a few of them, you can make some good ISK. But you have to do it now, because after the event they'll be worthless. So it looks like I've got a haul of 1 billion ISK from this event so far, but realistically I'm not going to cash in on that very much, because I'm going to try and use as many of these as I can to build more filaments. And the filaments themselves are worth a lot. So the mysterious is 60 million, the hazardous is 20 million, the precarious 18 million. So they're worth a fair bit by themselves as well. But I want to fly the event so I can find as many of these as possible. I want to get through to the perilous, so I'm going to keep hold of these and probably not cash them in. Maybe some I've got big piles of, so I might take some of these to market, but not for a little while. And lots of skins. I want skins, and they're also currently worth a fair bit. But most of that's the Gila, to be fair. Alright, so enough of just looking what I've got in my hangar. The reason I'm talking through all this now is because I am able to finish Mysterious without any boosters and stuff, but it does take... I can do it in about 20 minutes, but it takes a little bit of concentration, and so I won't do a tremendous amount of talking or like looking at different bits. So probably not. I don't want to undersell my video, but probably not the most riveting video you're going to see. But I wanted to include it for the completeness of my series, and if you're interested, just to see if it can be done. Like I've just said, I can complete one of these sites in 20 minutes. Other people obviously are losing their ship inside because they're still going after half an hour. So you can see really whether or not it can be done in 20 minutes if you haven't seen that before. I will just mention, because if I say that, like, I have got good skills. My ship is all Tech 2 stuff, so the relic analyzer has Tech 2 relic analyzer has a virus strength of 40 and coherence of 110, so it's pretty strong with the 3 utility slots and things. And I'm quite fast as well. I can go 2,500 meters per second. So it's all relatively good even without boosts. But yeah, let's jump in. Enough of me talking, because it's still going to take 20 minutes. So this will be my longest event video. We'll be looking at about half an hour total for the video. And we'll see. I just want Y97. That's what I'm looking for. The massive peculiar ruins, by the way, I think are basically the hardest hacking you can find in the game. The core has health of 120, and everything else also has a lot of health, whereas the 120. Normally, cores in the hardest sites have 90, not 120. So this is basically the hardest hacking you can do. So if you find you're quite good at this, then going around doing exploration hacking will be a breeze for you elsewhere in the game. Drake Navy issue skin there, that's nice. I haven't got that one yet, so pretty pleased to have found that. Into a huge, and even though I've just been talking about how I want to try in this 20 minutes, this is what I was referring to in the hangar. If you've the convergent accelerant nexus, they will speed your ship up, give it a 200% speed bonus, and improve the cycle time of all your modules. Whereas you'll want to stay well clear of the red ones because they slow everything down. They make your ship half as fast and double the speed of all your double the cycle time of all your modules. So try and make use of them if you need to help speed you along, or avoid like the plague. They are much more important for the combat sites, I find. But again, as I say, if you're struggling with the time limit, which again, if you haven't been watching or keeping an eye when you've been running the sites, it's up here, top left, and do keep an eye on it, because it will be a tight thing getting this site done. The other thing that can help with these things is hotkeys, always. So, I'm using just the standard mapping, hotkey mapping on for my computer. So my modules are probably going to fail this hack, especially with him. So let's just fail it and go again. My modules down here are mapped to, like, that's Alt F1, Alt F3. So I'll use them instead of clicking when I'm in here, just to save that tiny bit of time. Where are you? Not that way. Let's go down here. In this corner it's going to be... Come on, let me go. Oh, come on. So now I've just got to click around while we try and work out if we can get in here. Oh my god. So that's that one gone. Just failed that one completely. That's the first hack I've failed, like to the point where it got destroyed. You can see, I don't know if I just got unlucky or whether I could have played that better. Almost definitely the latter. It's pretty rare that we fail hacks these days. But just I mentioned the coherence of this and the virus strength of this mod of the Tech 2. You saw it was 40. That means in the small peculiar debris fragments, none of the firewalls can hurt you. Their health is only 40, which means you just one-shot them and move on to the core. Right. Oh, come on. Go this way. That on there. Oh, pay more attention. What? That was a silly fail. Didn't need to fail that one. Oh my god. Some hacking veterans will probably be watching me do this and be quite frustrated because I'm not displaying any sort of technique, because there can be techniques to hacking. There are little tips and tricks that you can go and find on a bunch of videos on YouTube. Things like the rule of 6. So if you're not aware of what that is, Google the rule of 6. If I try and explain it to you now, I won't get the site done on time. But yeah, have a quick YouTube or Google of the rule of 6, and it'll tell you that, and that can help with hacking, which I'd not been applying it until this particular hack. because I'm just trying to rush everything and not pay too much attention. But obviously rushing can actually make things take longer because you make more mistakes, blah blah, all that kind of nonsense. But I'm still upset about that previous hack fail. I've failed hacks, but only once, and therefore you don't lose the can. That's the first time in a very long time that I've failed a hack twice and therefore lost the can. Okay, bounce too far, let me go. There's still no Y97. Actually very few strange matter at all, like just two different types, and they just came out of two cans so far. And basically because it's been so rare for me, my whole event has just become about trying to find Y97. Obviously I'm also looking for the blueprints. I'll take a dangerous filament blueprint if one comes along. I'll be pretty pleased with that because I want to be able to build one. Didn't mean to hit that again. Almost definitely would fail and die if I went into a dangerous site by myself, but want to do it anyway. So that will be my next video from this collection, by the way, because we've done a video on the precarious and the hazardous sites, and the hazardous I nearly died because I wasn't playing it very well. But I also want to bring obviously a dangerous and a perilous if I can, even if I just die on it, even if I can't complete it. You know, the ship I'm using, the Vexor, is very cheap fit. I think the whole thing is about 30 million. And so far the people I've seen completing the dangerous and even the and sometimes the perilous solo have been flying you know, Fit's worth $500 million with a head full of implants and stuff as well. So I still think there's some value in us possibly showing that it's not reasonable to take those sites on in a super cheap ship. Like, I can afford to lose it, so don't mind demonstrating that for someone that can't. How are we doing for time? Got the vector skin ready. Is that 107? So better than what I want and need. I've actually got a decent stockpile of 107 already, but still no 97 given to me. How are we doing for time? 8.5 minutes gone, and we're probably pretty close to halfway. So 20 minutes is looking on the cards. Obviously, if people are willing to throw cans away like I did, then anyone could do it in 20 minutes. Because you could just turn up, fail, move on. Drake as well as Drake Navy shoot Y97, yay, 15, so now I can build 3 more. I'm pleased that I managed to share that moment with you guys, because that genuinely is only the second batch of Y97 I found all event, and it's been really grating on me. You can ask my court mates, I've been moaning about it regularly in chat. So pleased I was able to share finding some Y97 with you guys on recording. You can also probably plot your route better because the ship and flying can go quite quickly. I don't bother with any route planning through the system. I just fly to what's the current nearest ship, debris, or can, whatever you want to call it. But that does mean later on things start becoming more spread out. So even though you might be halfway through the cans, you might not necessarily be halfway through the site because there's then suddenly a lot more flying time. Just something to bear in mind. Like, you know, every stuff's 100 kilometers away from us. So it takes a little while to get between. If we're flying at 2 kilometers a second, it will take 50 seconds. Boutiques. Getting a lot of skins out of this site. And you can see the value, by the way. So this is a mysterious, so the filament, the estimated value of the filament was 59.6 million, so call it 60 million. But the estimated value of everything I've got out so far is 132. But as I say, is that real value? Depends what you're considering it. Yes, I probably could pop out of this filament and go and sell all that now for a tidy profit of 60 million, right? Which for what will amount to half an hour's work by the time all is said and done, that's not too bad. 60 million in half an hour. And that's obviously only, that's not accounting for the full site yet. Went the wrong way there. There it is. Another mysterious filament. Got lots of blueprint. Got lots of them, but that's good. So I guess what you could do, what legitimately people could be doing now, is just buying a filament on the market if people are selling them. So if you can get a mysterious warp filament on the market, which I'd be a little bit surprised about, you could buy it for 60 million, jump in, loot the whole thing, come out with like 150 million, sell it, and then buy another 60 million mysterious filament, and just keep doing that, and you'd earn, you know, a lot of cash. You'd be looking at something around 150 million ISK per hour, which would be very nice. Something worth considering. And you don't even then, I guess, like, you know, it doesn't actually matter if you hack all the cans or not. Obviously you eat into your profit margin, but if your profit's 150 million an hour and you decide, actually I've only got time to hack 2/3 of the cans, you're still probably making 100 million an hour, right? So potential short-term money-making avenue for some, well, for all players, but especially for some newer players. If you're looking for a fast way to make some cash, take advantage of the event, get yourself set up in a trade hub, and do what I've described. Basically, buy filaments, run them, sell all the stuff, and then buy another filament. Don't have to do any manufacturing, especially if you're not that bothered in the event. Like I'm not doing a very good job because of all the selling missions, but it is my intention to try and Z149, nice. It is my intention to try and get through all the missions so that I can get the skins, so these things. But I live in wormholes, so it's a bit more challenging to go out and do the play the market missions, which is why I've got 3 racked up at the moment. But I would imagine as part of those missions I will have to build every type of filament myself. So you know, I want to keep the resources and do those things. And the completionist in me wants to do that anyway, so until I've gone all the way, until I've built a perilous filament myself and had a go and lost my ship in there, then I probably won't try and make actually any money off this event, because that's not what it's about for me. I mean, look how many skins we've got of this one. Drake Navy, Drake, Brutix, Vexor. Got alright. And look at that, estimated value currently at 173, so we've got 3 cans left. Let's see if we can make it to 200 million. And then we'll be at 200 million from, can I do that? No, I can't. I hate those things. There we go. So now I just bounce around and then I can do that. There we are. Yeah, 200 million from a 60 million investment is potentially what it could be, right? So let's see how we get on. Go, go, go. Last 2 cans, but you can see we're a long way apart now. So I'm gonna fly 90 well, Nib was probably 100 kilometers when we started the journey at 2.3 kilometers per second. So if you're at this point, if you're a bit pressed for time, obviously you might want to keep checking this and work your way back out, which to do so you can just go to the normal space return conduit at any moment. But we're going to do the 20 minutes nice and easily, which I'm pleased about. But still upset that I've lost a can. It's unforgivable. I'm going to blame you lot. Clearly it's because I was recording. I was distracted. Because it's never my fault. It's an important fact there. It's clearly everyone watching made me mess that can up. Miss that can. Last one. Here we go. And then if you've stuck with me all the way through, thanks. We'll do a quick accounting estimated value. Delighted by a few more Y97 because it means I can build more of these mysterious filaments and run them to try and find dangerous blueprints. Couldn't find it. So I was applying rule of 6 there, which should mean that there you go. So again, you could see it in action. So go and have a quick watch of a rule of 6 video. But I was applying rule of 6 then, which should mean that if a node has 6 other nodes around it, it can't contain a firewall, basically. So you're safe to go through those. But when I got to the end, I clicked a node that had 6 nodes attached to it, and a firewall appeared, and that then means that one of the connecting nodes has to contain the what's it called, command center or whatever it's called. But yeah, without being able to show it, that won't make much sense to you probably. So go and have a video. One day maybe I'll do my own video talking about it. But yeah. All right. So we got 190 million apparently. As I say, I'm pleased about the Y97. The strange matter, you can just sell these immediately. That's 7 million for doing that site. Bunch more boosters, the salvage stuff, and a whole bunch of skins, which is nice. What does the Drake Navy look like? Let's see what that one looks like. Not bad at all. A lot less blue than on some of the other skins. That's quite cool. What about the Brutix? Yeah, see how much blue's on this one? Not much red. And the Drake had a lot of red, not much blue. Huh. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you've been enjoying watching me do this event, then please have a like of the channel or subscribe and things. It does make a big difference. Trying to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark so that we can sort of really build this channel out and see where we can go, and maybe start a small community like some of those other guys out there. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.